Vasudev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatajam Udire Nashtaprayashu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamashu Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki. Hare Krishna. Today we continue Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3rd, Chapter 4. Today we start new chapter, the process of creation. Shlok Kramanka 1 and 2. Sūta Uvacha
Sūta Uvacha
Vayyasakehe iti vacha
Mahārāja iti vacha
Tattva Nishchayam Atmanah
Tattva Nishchayam Atmanah
Upadharya Matim Krishne
Upadharya Matim Kṛṣṇe
Autareya Satim Vedat
Auttareha Satim Vedat
Atmajaya Sutta Agara
Atmajaya Sūta Agara
Pashudravina Bandhushu
Pashudravina Bandhushu
Rajye cha Avikale Nityam
Rajye cha Avikale Nityam
Virudam Mamatam Jahu.
Virudham Mamatam Jahau.
Sūta Uvacha
Sūta Uvacha
Vayyasakehe iti vacha
Vayyasakehe iti vacha
Tattva Nishchayam Atmanah
Tattva Nishchayam Atmanah
Upadharya Matim Krishne
Upadharya Matim Kṛṣṇe
Autareya Satim Vedat
Auttareha Satim Vedat
Atmajaya Sūta Agara
Atmajaya Sūta Agara
Pashudravina Bandhushu
Pashudravina Bandhushu
Rajeta Avikale Nityam
Rajye cha Vikale Nityam
Virudam Mamatam Jahu.
Virudham Mamatam Jahau.
Sūta Uvacha Vayyasakehe iti vacha Tattva Nishchayam Atmanah Upadharya Matim Krishne Autareya Satim Vedat Atmajaya Sutta Agara Pashu Dravina Bandhushu Rajye cha Avikale Nityam Virudam Mamatam Jahu.
Sūta Uvacha Vayyasakhe iti vacha Tattva Nishchayam Atmanah Upadharya Matim Kṛṣṇe Auttareya Satim Vedat Atmajaya Sutagar Pashudravina Bandhushu Rajye cha Vikale Nityam Virudham Mamatam Jahu.
Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sūta Gosvāmī said, Mahārāja Parīkṣit, the son of Uttarā, after hearing the speeches of Śukadeva Gosvāmī, which were all about the truth of the self, applied his concentration faithfully upon Lord Kṛṣṇa. Mahārāja Parīkṣit, as a result of his wholehearted attraction for Lord Kṛṣṇa, was able to give up all deep-rooted affection for his personal body, his wife, his children, his palace, his animals like horses and elephants, his treasury house, his friends and relatives, and his undisputed kingdom. Purport. The word Satim is very significant. This means existing and chaste. And both imports are perfectly applicable in the case of Mahārāja Parīkṣit. The whole Vedic adventure is to draw one's attention entirely unto the lotus feet of Lord without any diversion, as instructed in the Bhagavad Gita 15.15. Fortunately, Mahārāja Parīkṣit had already been attracted to the Lord from the very beginning of his body, in the womb of his mother. In the womb of his mother, he was struck by the Brahmastra atomic bomb released by Ashwatthama, but by the grace of the Lord, he was saved from being burned by the fiery weapon. And since then, the king continuously concentrated his mind upon Lord Kṛṣṇa, which made him perfectly chaste in devotional service. So, by natural sequence, he was a chaste devotee of the Lord. And when he further heard from Srila Śukadeva Gosvāmī that one should worship the Lord only and no one else. Even though full of all desires are desireless, his natural affection for Krishna was strengthened. We have already discussed these topics. To become a pure devotee of the Lord Krishna, two things are very much essential, namely having a chance to be born in the family of a devotee and having the blessings of a bona fide spiritual master by the grace of Lord Krishna. Parikshit Maharaj had both opportunities. He was born in a family of such a devotee as the Pandavas, and just to continue the dynasty of the Pandavas and show them special favor, the Lord specifically saved Maharaj Parikshit, who later on, by the arrangement of the Lord, was caught by the boy of a Brahmana and was able to get the association of such a spiritual master as Śukadeva Gosvāmī. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that a fortunate person, by the mercy of the spiritual master and Lord Krishna, achieves the path of devotional service. This was perfectly applicable in the case of Maharaj Parikshit. By way of being born in a family devotees, he automatically came in touch with Krishna, and after being so contacted, he constantly remembered him. Consequently, Lord Krishna gave the king a further chance for development in devotional service by introducing him to Sūta Gosvāmī, a stalwart devotee of the Lord with perfect knowledge in self-realization, and by hearing from a bona fide spiritual master, he was perfectly able to concentrate his chaste mind further upon Lord Krishna as a matter of course. To become liberated means to become free from the Atma Buddhi, the illusory attachment for personal bodily covering and everything connected with the body, namely wife, children, and all entanglements. One select a wife for bodily comfort, and the result is children. For wife and children, one requires a place, and as such, a residential house is also necessary. Animals like horses, elephants, cows, dogs are all household animals, and a householder has to keep them as household paraphernalia. In modern civilization, the horses and elephants have been replaced by cars and conveyances with considerable horsepower. How to maintain all the household affairs? One has to increase the bank balance and be careful about the treasury house. And in order to display the opulence of material assets, one has to keep good relation with friends and relatives, as well as become very careful about maintaining the status quo. This is called material civilization of material attachment. Devotion for Lord Krishna means negation of all material attachment, as detailed above. By the grace of Lord Krishna, Maharaj Parikshit was awarded all material amenities and an undisputed kingdom in which to enjoy the undisturbed positions of king. But by the grace of the Lord, he was able to give up all connection with material attachment. That is the position of a pure devotee. Maharaj Parikshit, due to his natural affection for Lord Krishna as a devotee of the Lord, was always executing his royal duties on behalf of the Lord. And as a responsible king of the world, he was always careful to see that the influence of Kali would not enter his kingdom. A devotee of the Lord never thinks of his household paraphernalia as his own, but surrenders everything for the service of the Lord. Thereby, living entities under a devotee's care get the opportunity for God realization by the management of a devotee master. Attachment for household paraphernalia and for Lord Krishna go poorly together. One attachment is the path of darkness, and the other attachment is the path of light. Where there is light, there is no darkness, and where there is darkness, there is no light. But an expert devotee can turn everything to the path of light by an attitude of service to the Lord. And the basic example here is the Pandavas. Maharaj Yudhishthira and householder like him can turn everything to light by telling so-called material assets in the service of the Lord. But one who is not trained or unable to turn everything to the service of the Lord, Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe, must give up all material connections before he can be fit to hear and chant the glories of the Lord. Or in other words, one who has seriously heard Srimad Bhagavatam for even one day, like Maharaj Parikshit, from a fit personality like Śukadeva Gosvāmī, may be able to lose all affinity for material things There is no utility simply in imitating Mahārāja Parīkṣit and hearing Bhagavatam from professional men. Even for 700 years, to take Srimad Bhagavatam as a means of maintaining family expenditure is the grossest a type of nirbandha offense at the feet of the Lord. Sarva Shubha Kriya Samyam Api Pramada Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Am Sri Guru Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvita Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desha Tarine Vancha Kalpataruvecha Rupa Sindhuve Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna. Today we start new chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2nd, the process of creation, and we try to understand Shloka Kramanka first and second. Here in first Shloka, Sūta Gosvāmī said to 88,000 heading Shaunaka Muni, they said, after hearing the speech of Śukadeva Gosvāmī, Parīkṣit Maharaj, what do they? He heard about the truth of Supreme Personality of Godhead and applied his concentration faithfully upon Lord Kṛṣṇa. He only applied his concentration, his mind upon the feet of the Supreme Lord. Here they giving the word sati is significant, that's meaning. Then there he in this shloka they describe about the to become a pure devotee. There are two things important. First, having a chance to born in family of devotee, and second, having the blessings of a bona fide spiritual master. In Chaitanya Charitamrita also describe that a fortunate person only by the mercy of spiritual master and Lord Kṛṣṇa achieves the path of the devotional service. In second shloka, here they describe about Parīkṣit Maharaj, the wholehearted attraction for Lord Kṛṣṇa from the womb of his mothers, and when he he heard about his death in 7 days, because a Brahmana boy cursed him. Turant give up the all deep-rooted affection like his body, wife, children, palace, animal, horses, treasury house, his friend, relatives, and his undisputed kingdom. And he go on the bank of the Ganges. And here they told in this slok also, attachment for householder paraphernalia and Lord Kṛṣṇa's both are not going together. Attachment for household paraphernalia is the path of darkness, and Krishna's attraction is the path of light. And where there is light, there is no darkness. That they are describing here. And here again, they told that no one can imitate uh, like Mahārāja Parīkṣit heard and Śukadeva Gosvāmī is told, or Bhagavatam from the professional uh, speaker. That is the here they describe that if we heard from the professional speaker Bhagavatam, that is the uh, offense at the feet of the Lord. Sarva Shubha Kriya Sanyamya Api Pramada, like they describe in two shlokas. Prabhuji will tell us is nicely. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, what these shlokas are doing is they're highlighting the transformative journey of Parīkṣit Maharaj, and at the same time illustrating the essence of pure devotional service, śuddha-bhakti, and the divine mechanism through which a soul advances on the path back to Godhead. And that is why, as we saw earlier, that once you start learning or hearing about Krishna, you want more. Ye dil mange more. That is why, after hearing from Śukadeva Gosvāmī ji about essence of bhakti and about everything, the truth about the self, he immediately started concentrating upon Krishna. And he already was wholeheartedly attracted to Krishna. So whatever was the affection, even if rooted for relations, for children, for palace, treasury, friends, relatives, undisputed kingdom, everything vanished. So what it is highlighting is the importance of focused absorption in Krishna. So Parīkṣit Maharaj is faithfully fixing his mind, matihi, on Lord Kṛṣṇa. And when we say Lord Kṛṣṇa, it means on the lotus feet of Krishna. So the moment we start having our mind fixed, what it helps us, it gives us that, what I'll say, season by which we are able to completely cut off all worldly attachments, all bodily attachments. We can renounce everything. And that is why it is mentioned that is deep natural affection for Krishna enabled all these changes. But then he was lucky in a sense as well. He had the luck, or I'll say power, of fortunate birth and Guru's grace. These two are essential factors for spiritual advancement. Either we be born in a family of devotees, just like Pandavas, and receiving the blessings of bona fide spiritual pastor, like Śukadeva Gosvāmī. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, it is mentioned, Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bija. That it's only by the mercy of Guru and Krishna that we get the seed of devotional service. This seed of devotion, Bhakti Lata Bij, it must be sown in the heart and it must be watered and nurtured. And how is this done? Shravanam and Kirtanam, hearing and chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, devotion is innate, Nitya Siddha. But awakened, then we have the association with genuine devotees. So it is not that there is anyone who is not having this devotion to Krishna. Everyone has. But only thing is, it has to be awakened. So you must hear from authorized sources in discipling succession, Guru Parampara system, not from speculators or professionals who are doing paid Bhagavad Sapta or paid Katha. And material renunciation, it's not a loss, but it's a higher gain. So, though apparently it seems that Mahārāja Parīkṣit has given up everything, so he has lost his kingdom, his palace, and all due to the curse of a Brahmana boy. But in truth, in reality, it was actually a divine arrangement so that he would achieve spiritual perfection and the world can receive Srimad Bhagavatam, the Grantha Avatar of Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So devotees actually voluntarily renounce, or if not renounce, then don't tell the material assets in the service of Krishna. Just like Maharaj Yudhishthir, the Pandavas. So many of our senior devotees which we have seen. Srila Prabhupada was able to make such a mark that everyone who had so much of wealth, they gave it up for service to Krishna. And we see it happening even nowadays. So many people who are born rich, they give up everything for Krishna. They total the material assets in service of Krishna, in participating in the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in fulfilling his instructions, Jare dekha tare kaha Krishna Upadesh. So the real liberation, it means freedom from dehat or buddhi. The false identification with body and the extensions of the body. A pure devotee, he never claims ownership, but sees everything as Krishna's property and engages it in his service. A dictaphone, which is material, now to be such a big asset in service to Krishna, enabling Srila Prabhupada to translate so much of literature and shower his mercy on fallen souls like us. In fact, if we see the purport of Srila Prabhupada, even for these two shlokas, Prabhupada makes one very important statement. He talks of Krishna sometimes removing the material comforts from devotees. It is done to draw sincere seekers closer to Krishna. The ultimate goal is not dharma, artha, kama, or even moksha. The ultimate goal is pure, unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhyanavritam. So devotional service is not meant for mundane purposes. The destination is topmost spiritual realm, Golok, Vrindavan. And these discussions that we are seeing, they're actually what happened between Parikshit Maharaj and Sūta Gosvāmī, heard by Sūta Gosvāmī ji, and then narrated again in Naimisharanya to Shaunakadi Muni. So Parikshit Maharaj, he was an exemplary devotee. Right from the womb, Parikshit Maharaj was protected by Krishna. Throughout his life, he exemplified unwavering devotion. His acceptance of the curse, it became the doorway to eternal perfection, blessing for all future generations. So to summarize, your devotional service, once awakened, properly nourished, to authorized hearing, chanting, leads the soul beyond the conveys of universe to Brahma Jyoti, finally to the lotus feet of Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. And this is the supreme perfection, exemplified by Mahārāja Parīkṣit. Give up everything temporary to gain eternal shelter of Lord Sri Krishna. We have to follow in his footsteps. We have to perfect our sadhana. And then we may also be taken under shelter by Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare